Why do we compete? Is it to test ourselves and capabilities maybe? To see if your competitors hit as hard as you do? To prove you are the better player in that new game you just got? Or maybe outthink your opponent in a game of chess? Either way, competition evokes that spirit of winning, and whether it is friendly competition or not, you still have to put your best foot forward and prove that you are the best. Or maybe it could be just you competing against yourself, trying to improve and get better by comparing your old self to the current. Either way, you want to be better and see that marginal improvement.
This art contest I'm hosting through my nonprofit Studio Slew is a self-portrait and still life competition. That's what the contest prompt is. You must include a self-portrait of yourself and some sort of still life. Now, you could be holding it just like I did with this skull, and then the still life, which is sort of a contrasting object. It could be different textured. Sort of the contrast between them is also interesting, and you can be fully creative with any of that. You just need to include, a portrait of yourself and some sort of object. And that's it. 5 weeks. Let's see what you got. See you in the next video.
Well, you heard the man. He wanted to see what I've got. There was so much to think about, from medium to the subject of the artwork. But time wasn't on my side, considering that was the date, and the deadline is on the 24th. That means I had less than 6 days to complete and submit everything. As you guys have seen, I've chosen to draw instead of paint. This was a choice that made sense to me at the time, because knowing myself, I wasn't going to make the deadline had I chosen to paint instead. I would have loved to take a crack at a painting, but realistically speaking, my speed wouldn't have cut it. But luckily, we still have a drawing to get through. Something I appreciate about this challenge is the opportunity to do a self-portrait. I rarely get the chance to do that, seeing that I'm always on the outside looking in. Meaning I'm never the first choice when it comes to picking a subject. I guess we tend to forget that we could be potential models as artists. But this time, it's different. It is a set rule that I must be the subject. I must now spend some time with myself and almost rediscover features I might have long forgotten. But I look at myself in the mirror every day and I ask myself, what could I have possibly forgotten? It's very easy to take something for granted when you see it every day, even when it's changing right before your eyes. You may fail to notice the obvious physical changes until someone points it out, but I guess growth comes at a time when you least expect it. I did mention competition earlier and the possible reasons behind it. One of them being with yourself. Even though it's the process of trying to win something, what would competing with yourself look like? I mean, sure, it's me, but against which version of myself am I going up against? Would it be an unsure novice with nothing but hopes and dreams to produce good art? A slightly refined and knowledgeable artist with a bit of time and experience, maybe somewhere in the middle of my art career? Or even a more recent version of me, probably beginning of 2024. Whichever it is, one thing is clear though. The whole point is to compare how far I've come as an artist. And this exercise has been helpful in reflecting my growth. My reasons for participating in this contest wasn't to just go up against other artists, but to also challenge myself. I needed to employ the techniques I have picked up along the way since I last did a self-portrait. The manner in which I approached this portrait had to bear some significance and have me reflect on who I've become and how I look at myself. Art contests such as these are quite helpful in ensuring we keep sharpening our skills as well as offer us fun challenges. So shout out to SLU for organizing this competition and help bring visibility to artists as we showcase ourselves to the world in a different light. Wow, I really did have a lot to reflect on during this challenge, didn't I?